Bonnechere River Management Plan, and it has to do with the amendment. So I'll be
Absolutely. Very
stepping
important. Thank
yeah,
you
I'll
for
be
that.
okay, I'll be stepping aside for that. I don't know how long it will be, but probably about a half an hour or so.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Does anybody else? Councillor Buchwald?
Nothing.
Councillor Patrick?
Nope.
Councillor Cision? Okay. The only thing I'd like to add is the bvcovid19.ca. So I think that's number 3 under new and unfinished. All right. Can I get a mover and a seconder for the confirmation of the agenda, please? Moved by Councillor Buchwald, second by Councillor Patrick. All in favor? Thank you. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? Seeing none. Can I get an approval of the minutes of the committee meeting held on March 3rd, 2020, please? Are there a mover and a seconder to get it on the floor? Councillor Patrick, seconded by Councillor Buchwald. Any errors or omissions? Seeing none. All in favor? Thank you. All right, we have no delegations, so I guess we're just waiting for Daryl Virch to in at 1:35.
Oh, and here he is.
Excellent.
Where did he go? He was
Where
there.
did he go?
There he is.
Excellent. Welcome, Daryl. He still looks like he's being interviewed on Dateline. All right, Daryl. So we have your report. Is there anything that you'd like to share with us? We can't hear Daryl.
He's not muted.
Yeah,
Did
he
he
might
click
have to
join, though?
join the audio.
Yeah. Did he click the join? It's different than the other Zoom, so he mightn't have clicked it.
The top right, there should be join audio.
Unless he's on his laptop, then it's the bottom left.
Yeah.
Daryl, can you hear us?
I don't think he can. Can we phone Daryl to maybe direct him where to go on his screen?
Okay.
Set of headphones in my box says join audio.
At the bottom left.
Yeah.
I did try to message him, but it didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna go and call Daryl.
Okay, thanks, Annette. In the meantime, how is everybody doing? I see Tim is missing his truck. He's doing his meeting from his truck.
It gives Trina a little bit of peace and quiet in the house too. It's kind of
Nice.
a way to kind of feel like the normal routine away from the routine.
Might be marriage saving.
It is. So I have my own bed and everything in here. It's kind of, yeah. I've got a very comfortable dog.
Luxury doghouse.
Very, very comfortable dog house.
I can't hear you. Try pushing your space bar. Yeah, hold it down and talk. No,
No.
we still can't hear you. Okay, I'm going, do you want to go out and come back in, see if that works? Okay, thanks. Bye. He's going to go out and come back in and see if that works.
Okay. Well, we knew that this wasn't going to go as smoothly as we wanted, but you know, at least we're all together.
Have
Yeah.
patience, have patience.
I
Yep,
think that's the longest
exactly.
we've ever seen Daryl.
What's that?
I said that's the longest we've ever seen Daryl.
And Jason said he couldn't get on. He just texted me, so I told him to try again. So,
It's all right. We're not in any hurry.
And I thought Tim was pulling out a Mickey.
Hey, you want a tour? You want a tour?
Sure. Yeah, give us a tour.
Here's the gauges.
Wow.
Yeah, there's my dash.
That's a lot of stuff.
Way too many gauges for me.
And there's my bedroom.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you,
We can hear you
Daryl.
now, Daryl.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries.
So am I up?
You
You're up.
are.
Okay, well, everybody got my report and everything is pretty normal at the plant right now. The only thing I forgot to put on there, we did have a meeting with the engineers and the suppliers and everything about that mixing system in the water tower. So I'm gathering up some information and sending it to the engineers and send it off. There's no decision made yet.
Okay, thanks for that. Council, did anybody have a question for Daryl about his report? I was very happy to read, Daryl, all of your PPE protocols.
Yeah, it just happened that we started doing that a month or so ago.
Excellent work.
Okay.
So Daryl, on that water tower, this has to do with the issue that we had last year with ice freezing and breaking. Is that what that's for?
Yes,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so anything further for Daryl? Seeing none. All right, Daryl, you have a great day. I hope that
Okay.
morale in your department is all right now.
Yeah, everything's good. I got some more chemicals coming in today or tomorrow and I'm ordering again. It seems like our suppliers are doing quite well. They're just, nothing's any different than it ever was.
Okay, that's really good to know, Daryl. Can I request that if you're in your home and you have loved ones trying to talk to you, can you mute yourself, please? Just because we're getting
Okay.
we're getting other stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'm in here by myself today, finally. The other thing is now our lab, they're distancing more and they're doing more electronic submission sheets instead of before. We were doing them years ago and then they quit doing them and now we're doing them again. So it was the first day that started them again. So.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daryl.
Okay. Be safe. Bye-bye.
You too. Look at this. We're moving right along. There's Jason. Hello, Jason.
How's everyone doing today?
Well, keeping the spirits up.
That's good. That's
How's
good to
your
hear.
department doing?
We're doing good. We're
Good.
all doing very well. So first on the agenda is our waste pickup and recycling pickup. We have got on with a new recycler. Annette and I felt that it was probably a good idea to switch to someone that was more reliable.
Okay.
And so far, they've been doing a great job. they've been cleaning up everything on a Friday. So it's been good because everything is really getting full very quickly. And as you can see, the cost, it's up a little bit from the previous recycler and pick up. So, but they're not having to haul.
The previous recycler was really, really on the low end,
Yes,
like
yes.
dangerously low. They should have been doing it in increments, I think.
Yes, probably. Now, the other thing is too, they had to haul it to Ottawa, which was a big expense for us.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
No. So right now we are taking everything other than the garbage, all recyclables up to Ottawa Valley. They've been compensating us for now until things pick up on their end too. But hopefully everything works out and we can stay doing this, and good for us. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jack.
Yep,
Yeah.
Jack, go ahead.
Just so as with Ottawa Valley there now, so I guess the other contractor that's still up in the air, they haven't got anything open that's even like that took over for Bowman's there. That's still, where's that
No.
at, Jason?
I had an email from them 2 weeks ago or so, and they were hoping to have that up and running by end of March, for first week of April. And I haven't heard anything back yet from them. So it's still up in the air. They said they would contact us prior to opening.
Okay. So that's good then that Ottawa Valley is open to take our stuff and, you know,
Yes, yeah,
until this gets resolved, for sure.
that's right. And you know, as long as this waste site attendants keep up on you know, making sure that everyone's putting stuff where they're supposed to be, that we don't get any contaminated loads, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, it makes it tough with the way it's set up now for, you're going to get some stuff that's probably going to be contaminated, especially if they're regulating how many people come in and there's only one guy watching 5
Yeah.
trucks. So it's not to be unexpected that we might get the odd contaminated load, you know.
That's
Just-
true.
It's the nature of the beast, the circumstances right now. So
That's right. But the attendants can still, you know, they can still watch the recycling end of it. The garbage, well, you don't know what's in the black bag. So as long as they keep on the recycling end of it, I think we're going to be okay.
yeah,
Because, you know, they can only let one person at the recycling bin anyway.
right. So
So they should have a good handle on it. And I think they do.
it's good.
We have some really good attendants. So that's what it's all about.
They're staying safe, Jason.
Yes, we've made sure that, you know, they understand that they're supposed to be staying the six feet apart and, you know, try not to get too many people in the site as possible. They've limited that up. So it's been very busy. Sand Road had 173 vehicles on Saturday again. And Lake Clear had 88. So things have kind of, well, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. Jason, and personal protective equipment for the guys on the back of the truck.
Yes.
What are we doing with them?
Right now, we decided to leave them out of Eganville. So they're working out of that garage. So all their personal protection equipment is staying there. We have sent some wipes, paper towel, spray 9, hand sanitizer, so they can make sure that all their equipment is cleaned after their shift. And they can leave it right there, hung up, so everything stays in the garage.
And what about gloves and masks?
We have given them more masks, and they have gloves. Yes,
Okay.
rubberized gloves.
Shields too, Jason, yes?
They have the shields, Tim. Yes. They wore them one day, and they haven't been wearing them since, I don't think.
Okay.
Why is that?
I have no idea. The last day I was in there, It was last week. They were both sitting on the table. So I have no idea. Unless they're wearing them today, I haven't seen them yet. I'll have to take a drive in after the meeting to make sure they are wearing them. They are wearing the safety sunglasses and their masks. So maybe they found it was too much with the shield.
Okay, yeah, just when they were compacting, I was, you know, I know there's a lot of stuff that sprays and stuff when they're doing the compacting. Maybe if we can get them to put them on when they're doing, that's up to you or themselves, but I think the shields are there for a reason because there is a lot of stuff spraying out the back. You know that yourself, Jason.
Yes.
When they
Yeah.
compact, right? So one other thing, I know back in the day now, and this is just something I've used before was the painter style coverall or a paper coverall.
Yep.
You know, like their disposable coverall. Have the guys ever thought of doing something like that if they're only picking up once a week?
I don't really know, Tim. Like the ones they have are like a rain suit type.
Okay, okay.
They're heavier, you know, so just in
Okay.
case they ever grab the bag, you know, and has something sharp in it, with the heavier rubber, a good chance they're not going to get picked or cut.
No, the only thing I'm concerned about is something coming back on them, like you know, in the spray from the back when they're crushing. That's it. That's all, right? That's going to end
Yeah.
up on the clothes. So.
I would feel more comfortable if they would wear their visors when they're compacting.
Yes, I do agree. I do agree.
I mean, this
I
is
will-
about the safety of our employees, and that's, I mean, our employees and our residents, they are the foremost on my brain right now. And I would hate for somebody to get sick because they, you know, that they didn't want to wear a piece of PPE
Right.
just while they're compacting, perhaps.
Really though, the way we used to do it was everybody just stood back around the back of the truck. You don't have to be watching to make sure that it is compacting. There is a window there on the side that they can watch if they really had to, but they've been doing it for that many years. They should know what the operation is of the cycle. But yes, I will make sure that they're wearing their shields because they were the ones who demanded them.
Okay. Carry on, Jason.
All right. We have put an ad in the paper for summer students for the construction season. Not sure what's going to happen with that. I guess once we do budget, we'll know a little more of what construction or what we're going to do. I have had some updates also from the county and a few other public works engineers. Town of Petawawa. Right now, their protocol right now is they're more worried about their employees than doing construction. Their idea is to define what is critical and what is not for their construction. So I've been getting updates every day pretty much from someone different. And
And
As
Jason,
a-
I'll
Go ahead,
know
Jen.
more in the next week or so. I mean,
Okay.
the situation's very fluid.
yes,
Annette, we've lost Merv.
Yes, I see that we've lost Merv, and I know we're probably going to lose Jack in a minute to his meeting. I will send him an email and see if he responds to come back. I don't know if he needed to take a break or what happened there, but
Okay. Sorry, Jason, I didn't mean to interrupt, but we're about
Fine.
to just have quorum because Jack has to leave.
oh, okay, all right, I'll speed this up then. We're down to split shifts in our department due to the COVID. The night shift is finished a week ago. Summer hours started at the waste site, transfer sites, sorry, April 1st. And our new 2020 Freightliner plow truck will be ready probably by the end of April. I have an inspection tomorrow in Carlton Place to go and look at it before it goes to, back to the dealership for its final inspection.
I'm surprised that you're even allowed into the dealership.
No, everything will be done outside.
Okay,
That's protocol. So I totally feel that that's the best way to go, is do it outside.
okay.
Any other questions?
Any questions for Jason? Seeing none.
All right.
I'm happy to hear that morale is all right in your department, Jay.
Yes. Yeah. Everything is good. Up to par. We're just poking along, keeping everybody going.
Is there anything you need?
No, we're good shape, Jen.
Okay,
We're good.
good.
We've made sure now that we've got our orders in for rubber gloves, work gloves, sanitizer, disinfectant spray, all that. We have a good supply, so we're in good shape.
Excellent. Good to know. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, carry on.
All right. Everybody have a good day.
You too, Jay.
Thanks.
We really need Merv to come back.
Here he is.
Excellent.
You're very good at that.
What's that? Oh,
Both when you said we need Daryl, he appeared. When you said we needed Merv to come back, he appeared. So
it's my superpower. All right, Merv is back. Merv, can you hear us?
he has not joined the audio yet. He is back, but he has not clicked join audio.
Hopefully he knows he's on video.
There he is. He's connecting to audio now. Excellent. Merv, you're back.
Ah, damn it, I fell asleep.
We lost you for a minute there.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi kicked out for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, so next on the agenda, I'm working on a lot of different pieces of equipment here. So the chief, I guess, will dial in a couple minutes. While we're waiting, was there anything in correspondence that anybody had questions about? Obviously, we realized that we did get a letter from a resident regarding Penn Township garbage pickup. That's obviously not something that we are discussing at this time. I think unfortunately right now, we need to be able to continue governing, but not cloud ourselves in other issues. Did anybody have anything on correspondence? Excellent. All right. So County of Renfrew update. Obviously, we did have our first Zoom county council meeting. We tabled all of the committee meetings from March. Again, focusing on immediate needs in continuing to govern. I was in touch with a member of the Renfrew County Health Unit Board this morning. They have now reported one more case, so we're at 10. I do know that there are some presumptive cases that are staying at home and they are in self-isolation. As Jason mentioned, obviously the continuity of construction and issues like that, I'm assuming we will know more within the next week or so. Being in a state of emergency, obviously, changes the landscape of things that we're doing across the county. I've been in touch with a few of the mayors and had some good discussions about different strategies that we're all working on. And hey, Chief, it's my hope that people are heeding the advice of the province and the feds and staying at home. I know that there were a lot of concerns over the weekend about people coming from out of our area to their cottages. I think that we've done the best job that we can do for messaging for that. We are never going to be able to stop people from coming to their cottages. I've asked politely, as is James Bros in our joint message, and we have sent that to the lake associations. So I know that it's been broadly distributed to people that don't live here all year round. That's basically all I have for right now. Yes, Merv,
Is that 10 fatalities or 10 identified cases?
10 identified cases.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, yes. We've only had one fatality.
Yes,
I say only one. It's tragedy. We've had
Yeah.
one.
yes.
But yeah, but the presumptive cases we know are out there. So we still need to be vigilant. I know that yesterday, you know, that we were, for the first time in a couple of weeks, we were down in our numbers to 309 overnight. You know, it's a little early to be taking a victory dance. There are sorry, our CAO is texting me. There are people that I think that that's the leveling of the curve, and it's really not. We need to stay vigilant. All of us need to stay healthy so that we can continue the good work that we do here in Bonnechere Valley. I am afraid that basically everything this summer is presumably canceled. If we manage to get through to Canada Day and things look better, I know that Kevin has some plans, which we'll hear about at our next meeting. But at this point, I think that we just need to carry on and govern the way we're governing right now. This is the safest way. Anyway, thank you guys. Do you have any other questions for me? Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to the chief. Chief, go ahead with your report.
Can everybody hear me?
We can.
Can hear you? Okay. I wasn't sure about the audio there. Okay, so our call rate, as you can see by my report, is on par with last year. We haven't, there hasn't been a swing really anyway, except for MVCs, which has been very low so far this year. So, which hopefully that trend keeps going. We've also indicated, also in our emergency operations group meeting, the steps we've taken to reduce the firefighters' exposure. We've redone, reworked the way that we respond to medic assist calls. We're limiting that to 2 people in an SUV as opposed to multiple people in multiple vehicles. We're also doing that as well with burn complaint calls. So it's a 2-person operation in an SUV. Go out and check out what's going on. If the department is required, then they have the opportunity to call dispatch and have us paged out to the fire if somebody isn't putting it out. Our training program has been put on hold for now. We're still doing the online training. We're just trying to limit the amount of people that get together at one spot. The recruitment process, we're doing the paperwork part of it, but the actual physical, practical part of it is on hold as well. So I do have a couple of people waiting in the wings for this to blow over so that we can actually get some physical, practical training in, the initial recruit training. The Northeastern, like I said, the Northeastern Fire Conference was canceled. We're still waiting on the OAFC. I guess every department that sent people or that wanted to send people there, still waiting for refunds. That was going to be a bone of contention, I believe, because I have a feeling they're going to try and pull a credit situation on us and not a refund situation. So we're closely monitoring that to see which way that they're going to go. And of course, the Deerhurst we'll have to check our credit card statement, but I believe Deerhurst did credit the credit card for the down payment on the room. So also wanted to, I'm not sure who's all aware, but the level 2 ban that we did put in was in conjunction with the restricted fire zone. Now the sector response officer for the MNRF is counting their policy right now is they're counting on municipalities that do have bans in place to enforce. There are municipalities that don't have bylaws for enforcement in open air burning, so they're going to have to deal with that immediately. But they're actually not wanting us to call or to summon a CO or conservation officer unless it's absolutely necessary, because they're spread pretty thin as well. So they're leaning on the municipalities to enforce through our level 2 ban. Whichever one is most restrictive is the one that rules the day. And I believe the provincial one is a little bit more restrictive than our level 2. So that's what we're going to be going with. We've also put it out through social media that we will be enforcing this through the Provincial Offences Act. So I do have 5 people that are assistants to the fire marshal that are provincial offences officers. So we're going to be out actively pursuing people that burn. At this point, everybody should have the message. It isn't a mystery. Most of the province is under a fire ban now, so there's really no excuse. Another thing that came up, and I'm not sure who has, I'm just going to open it up on my phone here, who has received any emails to OFM subscribers. So I'm not sure if Annette might have gotten this one, but we're being allowed access to a disclosure information portal for COVID-19. So I know that this is geared towards bigger cities with much larger instances of COVID-19. And a lot of the bigger fire departments are shutting stations down because their members have contracted it because of going out on emergency calls. And I would hazard to say that probably 99% of those calls are medical calls. So you get full-time, like Ottawa, the larger city that do run on both calls. That's where you're finding that the departments are actually getting it as a workplace incident. But we still, and this is 14 days they're allowing this. It's by emergency order under the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act to enable us to do that. So hopefully we don't have to do that. And I would say, I guess never say never. You never know. But at least that access is there for us right now. Yeah. So other than that, with the ban and with everything, the flood of emails that I'm getting from MNRF entities in the government as far as the 19 situation, I think taking the steps to back our staff out of medical calls and medical assist, not allowing them to enter residences once we do a locked door rescue. Once we break a door down, they're instructed now not to go into the residence, to walk away, let the paramedics deal with it. And also, if we have to enter a residence doing a lift assist, our fire staff are required to have the paramedics outfit them in the same PPE that they're wearing. So we're not going to use our PPE. We're going to strictly rely on the county. And if the county can't supply it to our firefighters, they're not going in. They'll have to wait for another paramedic crew to do a lift assist. So we're really trying to reduce the potential exposure. We're distancing even at calls. The last couple on the weekend there, we had a call actually turned into 2 calls for illegal burns, and we had 1 person per vehicle, and we did social distancing out on the road once the call was over, making sure that we're all cognizant of it and doing our best to keep things keep everybody healthy.
Right.
But
Thanks,
apart
Chief.
from that, that's about it. As far as anything new from me over and above what we've already discussed, we're still going on with our maintenance. Our maintenance is one thing that we didn't cancel. So we have a schedule now where no more than 2 people will be in a fire hall at any given time to take care of some of the maintenance stuff, to keep our trucks response ready at all times. So that is one thing that we've been able to do. We've also unfortunately canceled our fire department car show for this year. Rob, who is the coordinator of that, is going to look at a fall date potentially. Maybe before people put the cars away for winter, we'll have a car show then, hopefully, if things go well this summer. Yeah, a big fear that I've had, and I've already run into one person or a couple up in the Opeongos there that actually were burning, and they were under isolation order, so they came to the cottage. So I was able to discuss the reason that we do have this ban in place, and they were good, and they said that they wouldn't do it again. But people are coming up, and I've seen lots and lots of strange vehicles and strange people that you know that they're coming up to Cottage to do their 2 weeks or more. So everybody has to be vigilant with that kind of stuff. So.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for the chief? Okay, seeing none. Oh, Jack, did you have something? No. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty then. I was just wondering if Jack, he's off his call. I'm wondering if he has an update for us. Apparently he can't hear me.
Probably said 2:30.
What's that, Merv?
And didn't you say the meeting was going from 2 till about 2:30?
Yeah, but he seems to be off the phone now. Oh, well, he'll come back. No worries. All right, moving on, new and unfinished tender results for the service delivery review. Back to you, CAO.
Thank you. Yes, so as you can see, we did get the 4 in, and for anybody who, was all of council on that yesterday?
No, just Tim, Jack, and I.
Okay, so we did get the 4 bids, and I did score them on their experience, on their recommendations, on the cost, on the timing, and 3 out of the 4 did talk about how they would address the COVID-19 challenges and still proceed with the project, and how that would affect things. So, I mean, they were some fantastic bids. I was here late last night reading them, and they were fantastic. So I am making a recommendation for the lowest tender, which is also very well done, and provided a lot of information for us, and that company has done a few local municipalities as well. So the references were good. So I'm looking forward to working with them if that's who council chooses to award this evening. And yeah, I don't really have any. I thought it went pretty well. It went pretty well, the experience overall. And I did get some thank yous from the bidders for being as transparent as we were by actually inviting them into the meeting there yesterday to try and make it work in this challenging time. So.
Excellent. Good work, Annette. Thank you for doing that. And we've got the resolution for this evening.
So the only question I have is, I guess, so I got my answer on the letter that we received for rural side, because we're not looking at that. So I will get back to Kimberly on that issue. Now, the We Stand with Survivors campaign, did we touch on that already? Did I miss that?
No, we didn't really cover all of correspondence. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, some of this is just obviously Ontario flood strategy, which is important. Did anybody have anything with the We Stand with Survivors campaign for 2020? So what are you looking for from us? And
I guess I feel like it's probably because it's a May event, probably going to get canceled, but I can let them know that we would support them. Like maybe they're going to do something virtually. You know what I mean?
maybe they will.
So
I mean, obviously we want this here in our township, but yeah, it's a May event, which worries me. Yes, Merv.
I thought they were just asking permission to put their flag over our bridge.
Oh yeah, well, we always do that, but
We always do that, yeah.
But I think the other ask was, can we hold it in Eganville again? Because it really is a great location for this event. So Annette, I would say if you just want to respond and say, if we're out of this pandemic by then, absolutely. If not, they will have to choose another date.
but they can go ahead and put the flag up.
I don't see why not.
Sure.
The only thing is, does the banner have a date on it? That's what I wondered.
I'm not sure, but I'll communicate that with them, that we don't have any issue if they're putting it up. But, you know, if we have concerns over the date, and I'll let them make that call.
And I did sort of intimate that when I said that I'd put it on the agenda. So when I responded, I sort of said that, but if the banner has a date, that could become a bit confusing.
Yeah, so if it does have a date, maybe we don't even want them putting it up because we don't want people then to gather on that date.
Exactly. I think that, again, this is a very fluid situation, so.
And the text that I did send you was just a picture of sort of the signage that Jason and the guys put up on the bridge, the one way with the arrow. That's what
Oh,
I'm passing on. He got the picture too late and he got,
that's very funny. I love it. See that, guys?
Yeah,
That's
good.
great. Yeah, so for anybody, I don't know how many people are on our YouTube channel right now, but for those of you that are watching, Councillor Sejan brought up the idea that perhaps we have one way on one side of the bridge and the other way on the other side of the bridge for pedestrians that want to walk and want to physically distance themselves. So thanks very much to Jason for doing that. That's funny. I like it. It's bright. People won't miss it. All right, now, so I'm going to move on to new and unfinished number 3. So for obviously council has all seen this incredible website that's been set up, bvcovid19.ca. It's got all the resources you need under one roof. It is a living document. People are Bob Peltzer's adding to it daily. Just this morning, I believe he was adding some resources for people needing financial assistance from the government and other information from both levels of government. If you have anything that you want added, please get in touch with Bob. The email for people in need or that want to help, the email address is help@bvcovid19.ca. So I want to reiterate that this was born out of John Park Wheeler and Bob Peltzer coming to me with an idea to help our residents. They then got together, or virtually, there you go, with Meredith Jameson, who put together It Takes a Village Facebook site. Once that was up and running, there was a concern that not everybody's on Facebook. Obviously, not everybody has great internet as well, but we thought, they thought that this would be a better way to get all information out to anybody, even if they're not on social media. So I've got to give kudos to all of them and to Leanne Dawson, who also helped out. This has been a real team effort. And obviously, I know that we are all extremely busy fielding phone calls and emails. I can't even keep up with my emails these days. I cannot thank them enough for taking the initiative and making something that it's very easy to read. It's very easy to find if you need help. And so I really want to thank them. Again, for our watchers, the website is bvcovid19.ca. And I know that we were going to share it with our partners in North Algonah Wilberforce. Obviously, you know, we share a lake and we share a village. So very important to get this information out to our residents. And I understand that our newsletter will be going out today. Yes, Annette, for tomorrow. Awesome sauce. Thank you.
yes.
Excellent. All right, that's all I have. Did anybody have any questions with, I am assuming everybody saw the website because I got some good feedback. Yeah. It's very handy. And it's, is it linked already to our website, to our township? Excellent. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to check that before I,
It's right on the home page. So you can,
perfect.
there's a link right there. And then also it's under the residents page right at the top. So
Good work. Thank Dana for me, okay? That's great.
I will. She's working on getting the newsletters out today. Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. I think the more the more information we can get out, and I recognize that this is a fluid situation. That's why this particular website is sort of a living document. You know, the newsletter we put out today might not even be relevant in a week, knowing how quickly things change. But I think if we can get that out to our residents, I know that there's a lot of good information on the back side of that. And I know that North Algona Wilberforce was very thankful as well. So, you know, the more stuff we can get out, and not necessarily only on social media, but everywhere, the better off I think we'll be. So, did anybody have anything further? It's like being on Hollywood Squares. All right. So, so our next meeting date is April, that'd be 24th, Annette? Excellent.
21st?
Oh,
21st.
21st, sorry. Oh yeah, right, it's the 7th, 14 days. I got quick math. Okay, so that's our next meeting date at 1:30. We will ostensibly be meeting like this, obviously, in 2 weeks. So good work. I've got media session on my agenda, but I'm not sure. We seem to have lost whoever second layout was.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. Maybe it was James checking in to make sure it was working. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But Debbie did contact me earlier today and she said they were just in a crunch. There was a lot of information to get the paper out today. So
Okay.
she could say she wasn't coming. Now I sent it to Bruce as well, in case he was available, but as neither of them are on here now, what Debbie said was she'll watch this later. But I mean, it sounded like the paper was pretty full, but I know we got the COVID-19.bv, COVID-19.ca in there. So at least that information will be out.
Excellent. Okay, good work. Well, and if Deb wants to watch this or Bruce, they can contact me later on in the day. All right. We have no closed sessions, so I just need a mover and a seconder to conclude this meeting. Moved by Councillor Cision, seconded by Councillor Buckwald.
Jen,
Yes.
we should maybe mention that our regular council meeting will be at 5:30 tonight also, if anybody wants to
Oh,
tune in.
yeah, sorry. Yes, if you want to log back on at 5:30, we will have probably a 10-minute meeting to do our resolutions and to award this tender. But I know that this meeting wasn't meaty. You know, I think our focus right now is obviously on this pandemic. And I just want to thank all of you for your leadership and your hard work during this time. I know it hasn't been easy on any of us. You know, multiple complaints and concerns about still people mass gathering and certain businesses being open that shouldn't be open. And I think that we've taken those and dealt with them on a case-by-case basis. I can't ask any more of you. You've all been amazing so far through all of this. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate all of you so much. And I miss you. All right. So I have a mover and a seconder. All in favor of adjournment. Thank you, guys. All right. So now we're going to log out. We're going to log back in at 5:30.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So Annette, do we still have to wait for a second while our YouTube feed shuts down?
I do, but you can all log off and it'll just surely slow everybody going away, but I have to stay on for a minute or two to let YouTube catch up.
Okay.
So I don't cut us off.
Hey, do we know how many people were watching us?
Three.
Three.
So Tim's wife, Tim's son, and Tim's daughter. There's three.
So there's 3 now, but we were higher earlier. We were up to 9 at one point, but some will
Whoa.
come back and watch us later. Some people will, they're just not available yet.
I'm gonna have to be more creative. I'm gonna have to be more creative and get a bigger audience here, guys.
I know. I thought we'd have
Yes.
more people.
I guess we can get an update from Jack on tonight's meeting.
Yes, because I don't think Jack realizes that he's muted completely. Oh, unless he's on speakerphone.
I was just gonna say he might be on speakerphone with his conference.
Okay, actually,
did-
then that's something I'd like to add to tonight's agenda. I think that we should find out what happened with the stakeholder meeting.
Okay, except we're adjourned now, so we're not gonna have any of those discussions right now.
Nope. Nope. Just giving you the heads up, Annette, that I'm adding something to the agenda.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right.